MT tires, and an off-road performance display. When the going gets tough, it's a family you can count on. Introducing the Silverado, Colorado, and Silverado HD ZRT family of trucks.
Social media. It can be overwhelming for a young homeowner turning into their parents.
Has anyone tried Pilates?
Okay? That's what it sounds like when you type in all caps.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us. It's back. Applebee's all-you-can-eat boneless wings, just $12.99.
On this rainy night here in New Jersey, Jerry Jones watches his head coach Mike McCarthy, who will be in the headset of Dak Prescott. McCarthy calling the plays. He did it for most of his time in Green Bay. Didn't do it because Kellen Moore was the offensive coordinator he inherited when he came here to Dallas. Kellen Moore now with the Chargers, who scored a lot of points but lost today. And now McCarthy is back to really what made him successful on the way up to being a head coach and successful in Green Bay. Call the plays. Prescott and the Cowboys from the 26-yard line. Dak's first throw is complete for a gain of 3 to Jake Ferguson.
I'm not showing it anymore, guys. I'm not fucking showing it anymore.
Mississippi State. Tony
Sorry, guys.
Deep University of Memphis. C. Lamb, Oklahoma. Brandon Cooks, Oregon State. Michael Gallup, Colorado State.
Jake Ferguson, Wisconsin.
Tyree Smith, USC.
Chuma Dogan, USC.
Tyler Gadish, Wisconsin.
Zach Martin, Notre Dame.
James Steele, Texas Tech.
That offensive line now blocking for Tony Pollard. He's to the 32-yard line with his run. And a gain of about 4. Dak is 30 years old now. It's season 8. Remember, he injured his thumb in the Sunday night opener last year and missed 5 starts. Yet he was still tied for the most picks thrown by a quarterback in the league. 15 even with those games that he missed. It's part of the play calling change. Fewer mistakes expected in this new version of the Cowboys offense.
Some rookie quarterbacks in the game for the Giants right now.
On 3rd and 4, Dak's got 4 out there, throws it over the top of the wall. CD Lamb, stopped it and goes. Right down the
Come on, CD!
to the 20-yard line and knocked out of bounds at the 19. Big one on 3rd down for CD Lamb. Pass Xavier McKinney of the Giants.
I'm into Giant.
They go the bunch formation and come this way and basically come down and just pick the slot player, Adoree Jackson, who is not used to playing in the slot. Most of his career he's been outside. And a lot
I'm not showing shit anymore, man.
Positions out there for the Giants.
The 49, now Ferguson, gain of 9 to the 10-yard line. And Dallas with all the momentum in the first 10 minutes of this one.
Tell you what, talking with Dak Prescott, he thought very highly of Jake Ferguson, didn't he? He was saying, that guy is going to have a big year. We're like, really? He goes, big year.
Dalton Schultz for a long time. He's off with Houston. It'll be 3 tight ends. Ferguson, the lead role, second year out of Wisconsin. Second and 1 inside one. Howard got the first down. And tackled by Michael McFadden at around the 7-yard line. So we mentioned Ezekiel Elliott in the open, the long-time Cowboy now with New England, and that means Tony Pollard, you're the guy. After playing well for 4 years behind him.
You know what? He's earned it. He's a brilliantly fast guy, runs 4.4, averaged over 5 yards a carry. He has earned the right to be the starting quarterback, starting running back for the Cowboys.
Number 3, Brandon Cooks, one of their other additions in the offseason, the veterans at the bottom. First and goal. And down, dropping back. Throwing end zone for the tight end, Ferguson, incomplete. As McKinney was over there with one of the rookie quarterbacks that Chris mentioned, Deonte Banks, the Giants' first-round pick out of Maryland.
Going to go all the way across the formation here with Ferguson, but it's going to be Deonte Banks, the rookie, who came off his guy to go back and make that play and break up the touchdown. Big time play by Banks.
Roll, here is down, flipping it out to Devontae Turpin, who started the backfield and gets punched over at the 3. Dory Jackson is there to wrap them up. They want to get the ball in the hands of Turpin more this year on offense. That's time to put it in the backfield.
Tell you what, that was a good cleanup that time by Jason Penning. It looked like, who knows, maybe Turpin's going to be able to spin his way out of this first tackle. And 27 came over and went.
Giants late personnel issue. They're going to take a timeout. Giants were trying to run another player on the field. There was concern that they would have 12. So the Giants will use a second timeout here in this first quarter before 3rd and goal.
Ah, waiting second time out already?
Big play in the ball game, right? I mean, here we go. This is it's interesting to watch this offense so far, though. It looks pretty good. Dak Prescott. Anytime you're talking about the West Coast offense, you're talking about timing, you're talking about footwork. You think of Joe Montana, hit that mid-step, the ball comes out. All the routes are timed up exactly to the quarterback's footwork. And at least so far, it looks pretty good.
So it's a West Coast offense with some of the terminology that was here, so Dak didn't have to relearn it. So Mike McCarthy has renamed it the Texas Coast offense. Sounds like the same logic that you have in college football realignment, but so be it. Texas Coast offense it is. Pollard's the back. Lamb in motion. Dak about to get hit. That was incomplete. It was blocked by Leonard Williams. It was an incomplete forward pass. Xavier McKinney was the one who came to get the hit. And a field goal attempt coming up.
Always want to take a look just to make sure that was really an incomplete pass as everybody stares at the scoreboard here. Yep.
A short field goal attempt for Brandon Aubrey. We mentioned he didn't play football in college. He's a soccer player at Notre Dame. First round pick in the MLS Super Draft. Didn't play professional soccer at the MLS level. Was kind of done with athletics. Had his chance to start kicking. Kicked in the USFL the last couple of years. And he's made his first NFL. Dallas 9, Giants nothing.
Sorry guys, I can't believe that fucking other goddamn string got taken down so quick. Oh, fucking no. What the hell's going on now? Well, just ain't nobody in here, okay.
this. We got you.
9-0. Dallas on top. Tonight's 4K Skycam coverage is brought to you by Walmart Plus.
Oh.
Big Blues got some work to do as they get going here in the opening quarter. They had a really good first drive down the field for the Giants with a blocked field goal and the score right off of that. And a nice drive for the Cowboys to open 9 plays and 72 yards. Stalls in the red zone, the field goal at it. Now Aubrey's kickoff again going to the end zone. The Giants will start after 25. This look at the turnaround for the Giants is brought to you by Google. Well, if you know New York, there used to be a little phrase, I love a clean New York, back in the 80s and 90s. Well, Brian Dable cleaned up a lot last year. Let's tell you exactly what. The turnovers. The Giants were the worst turnover teams in the NFL. There was 3 years before, but last year, second to Detroit in turnovers committed by the offense. And Daniel Jones was a lot of them. All those fumbles, clean that up too. Speaking of those streak, just 6 fumbles for Jones, who runs it so much, a career low. And Daboll arrival helped Jones steady his play and helped Daniel Jones earn that contract we mentioned at the beginning. 25 again, under siege.
Got him.
And he sacked down back.
Sacked him again.
16-yard line.
That's the 3rd sack this game.
Osa Odigizua and
Trevor Lawrence
bringing the pressure, and the Giants cannot protect their quarterback right now.
Did you see DeMarcus Lawrence there? He wasn't going to chase that running play down the field. He knew what the Giants were going to come back to. He knew they were going to come back to these misdirection plays, sits there, throws the offensive lineman out of the way, and ends up making the play. On the first play a season ago, he got fooled on that bootleg action. Now he's sitting on it.
2nd and 19. Jones has some time, but nothing open again, so he's taking off. Chase to the sideline, just fires it away. Don't see Golston that time chasing it, but we have a flag.
Now there's a flag.
Receiver downfield.
I think this is going to be on the rookie.
As the rain gets a little heavier.
On the Cowboys. I think that's on the Cowboys.
There's no foul play for an eligible man downfield. The player went downfield driving the defender, and then the defender continued to pull him forward. It is 3rd down.
Oh, wow.
Conversation with the officials on the field, picks up the flag, but it is still 3rd and long coming up. What can the Giants do?
What you doing, Puka?
I
have no idea what they're talking about on that play. Nobody was dragging anybody down the field.
3rd and 19. Jones gets down Barkley.
Fumble! Pick 6 again, baby! Yes! Another pick 6!
The Dallas Cowboys making every play.
That's 2 pick 6s this game. This quarter.
15-0 lead.
Holy shit.
Goals this offseason was to get Saquon Barkley involved more in the passing game. Here they do. Unfortunately, the Dallas Cowboys have so many big play guys on defense. Trayvon Diggs with the huge hit. And then the guy unexpectedly was a star a season ago, Deron Bland, ended up with 5 interceptions, picks it out of midair, and this is a terrible start for the New York Giants.
Diggs usually makes big plays with his interceptions. That's he forced the fumble.
He made that one, though.
The extra point.
He made that extra point.
Of course, Noah Igbenogany and Deron Bland were going to be the first 2 Cowboys to score touchdowns this year. Special teams and defense getting it done for Dallas on top 16-0 in the Jersey Rain.
Where you at, Steve? Come out the bushes, Steve. Come on, where you at? chest? Oh, you got pocket something there? The motion is better?
Scores of the year on defense or special teams. That hasn't happened in the NFL since 2016. Minnesota did that. It's the first time in Cowboys history that the first 2 touchdowns of the year have come by defense or special teams. The touchback, Giants' 4th drive of the game, starting here at the 25. Talk about dinks. We see the guys make plays with pressure, and it all comes back to DQ. Dan Quinn, former Falcons head coach, stayed in Dallas, and it's really connected with the players on this defense.
He really has, and he had opportunities if he wanted to leave and go be a head coach, but he knew he was sitting on something special with his defense.
It's 16-0.
Guys play together,
Steve.
the better they're getting.
Patrick, what's up, Patrick?
25. Giants had success running the ball in the opening drive. He'll go back to Barkley. He'll get 5, like he did on the first carry of the game, to the 30-yard line.
Mike, they don't have a choice. Right. We've seen enough, right? They're not going to pass protect against these guys in some sort of a straight drop back. And defensively, when you start seeing all those bootlegs and semi-tricks and different things, you've got an offense. And so does the offense.
The window dressing. Barkley run inside, throw down after a gain of about 2 yards. Marquise Bell comes up from his safety spot to make the stop.
And so many times when you can get some running game going, you can go play action because eventually you're going to get man-to-man coverage on the outside with Trayvon Diggs or Stephon Gilmore. Bad news is that those are 2 of the best man-to-man corners out there in the game, and adding Stephon Gilmore and his experience and what he's taught Trayvon Diggs already.
Got him!
Can't get there. Again, it's Bell. And the speed of this Cowboys defense at all 3 levels, the Giants have no answer for.
Going to get down inside, and then Bell's going to circle back around right through there, and they're just
I need to get Florida Profit under a $10 ticket.
The New York Giants.
For
They're
a bet
getting
with them.
to the point where the Giants want to get so much faster than what they are. And all the addition of the speed hasn't shown up at all on the New York Giants at all.
Maybe Gillen, the lefty, gets that away. Big kick. Sending Turpin a great return back to the 11. Turpin head of steam, and he is met right at the 20-yard line. Giants need to make a play. Michael McFadden, their starting linebacker, does it on special teams there. Dallas takes over, and we're back in 30 seconds after this from AWS.
Oh, wow. What the fuck kind of commercial is this? Oh, Next Gen Stats. Oh, powered by Next Gen Stats. What fucking kind of commercial is this? Hey, what's up, Scratch Master? How you doing, bud?
MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
New Jersey.
14th
New Jersey.
season.
Why they call it New York if it's New Jersey?
Stadium home, built in the parking lot.
But why do they call them New York Giants? Why don't they call them the New Jersey Giants?
20-yard line, not there on first down.
Why they got New York
Finally, they
Jets?
play on the other side.
They're in New York.
Well, they should be in New Jersey.
New Jersey?
To the end
New Jersey.
of a lopsided first quarter. Dallas had one drive.
End of the first quarter, baby. 16-0.
Special teams score for the
Cowboys.
Cowboys. After one of this kickoff weekend, Dallas 16.
The Bills play tomorrow night, though.
Giants nothing.
The Buffalo Bills play tomorrow night, and they're going to get their asses whooped. By who they're playing?
Thursday night football at Prime.
Want to bet?
It's on.
Why not? Come on. Come on, you're my wife. I'm going to put a mirror. I'm going to put a mirror right there, that big mirror for the dresser. Put it right here on this wall.
As the Minnesota Vikings take
So I can just sit back and relax and when I'm
watching that too.
no, when I'm sleeping and I wake up and I'm listening to the music, I can watch it.
$5
Why not?
boneless wings and cream.
Because I know what you want to do. You want to do it for the football game. But it still gets you on it.
Arby's, we have the meat.
I don't know.
When my doctor gave me Breasttreat for my COPD, things changed for me. Breasttreat gave me better breathing, symptom improvement, and reduced flare-ups.
Breasttreat won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breasttreat more than prescribed. Breasttreat may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Ask your doctor about
You can see
Breasttreat.
it.
Duh.
You just scratch your
This
head.
is the all-electric Polestar 2. Now, with faster charging.
Oh, somebody got the Cowboys.
Range of up to
So it's
320
50-50 right now.
miles.
Cool.
Enhanced performance.
And I got the fucking thing. Unmuted what? Look it. Stop it. Your hand is still moving. Look at that's how big the delay is, though. Now you're in one spot. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 1,006, 1,000, 7, 1,000. 7-second delay. Holy shit. That's a fucking big ass delay. I got a 7-second delay, y'all.
Well, we got college football Big Ten Saturday night.
Excuse me.
You freaking pig.
I don't feel good.
I feel good. How do you not feel good?
Well, since this morning, I feel
Yesterday, they're going to pick it up on Monday. St. Joe's is up 14-0. Pass by Dak is high and incomplete. They set up third down. Why do we show you St. Joe's produced a lot of players, including the McCourty twins, Jason and Devin. And since it's been like 30 minutes since one of them hasn't been on national TV, we show their high school, one of the powers in New Jersey. Great to have Devin as part of a Football Night in America team.
So it keeps going like this. A little highlight.
Giant defense tries to make a statement on 3rd and 12. Dak scans, fires for Brandon Cooks.
Flag! Oh yeah.
6th-round pick out of Old Dominion, chasing a guy who's been in the league 11 years. And the vet gets the big penalty.
Pass interference, defense, number 37. Ball will be placed on the spot of foul, automatic first down.
It's what you do to rookies. You just constantly go at them because even though the rules are the same in college, they're strictly enforced in the NFL. And NFL veterans like Brandon Cooks, They know how to play into defensive backs to get that foul called. And it's really why every NFL team should be throwing deep at least once a quarter. At least once a quarter, because you get those fouls.
See the Giants starting those rookies first time sitting in the league in a decade and a half. This pass to the sideline is incomplete. Trying to get it to Jake Ferguson. And the coverage.
How'd you say his last name?
Giants will bring up
It's
second
spelled
down.
M-C-K-I-N-N-E-Y.
McKinney.
Well, what did Dak tell us
No.
when we were talking
That's
about these
McKinnon.
rookie quarterbacks? And you may see
No,
them both on the
McKinnon
field at the same time. He said, congrats.
Huh?
Great that you're starting. Want to see a play after play.
K-I-N-N-O-N.
Yeah.
Just showed him.
And he also said they're out there on the
yeah.
Audubon. And so he knew exactly what that was. When you're ready for high-speed action, out on the Audubon.
Yards inside with Pollard. Third down, Raheem Nunez-Roches, who when we saw him in Tampa Bay, always impressed with him as a run stopper. He's a new add to this Giants defense. Dow's going to go quick and try to catch the big guys on the field. But the Giants subbed their pass rushers in.
Yeah.
Third down.
You ever hear of a guy named Charlie Robinson?
Why? No, I have not.
I haven't either. I was just
It's
asking.
probably
They go empty.
ain't famous.
Dak goes underneath. Out onto Brian Cooks. The big hit doesn't matter. It's a first down for Dallas as Brandon Cooks held on despite the Trey Hawkins.
Shout out to the two people in the
Isn't
chat.
it something
Thank you,
sometimes
guys.
that some of the
Steven, I know you're
smallest
probably
players
one,
on the
Steve.
field are the toughest guys. He knew exactly what was about to happen to him here. He knew he had to catch this ball and just take this shot delivered for his team. And sometimes Dak Prescott trusts those veteran players just a little bit more in those situations.
Dowdle now in the game for Dallas. He's the backup running back. Good speed. Bouncing off that first hit right at the first down marker at the 23-yard line. Dowdle in his fourth year out of South Carolina. Only 7 carries in his career. They all came in 2020.
Yeah, nicknamed the Bull. And they say without question, if they're going to get into some of those pass rush situations, they want him blocking. Ezekiel Elliott so good blocking. Rico Dowdle now with some of that role.
The fullback this year, Hunter Lipke. Drafted rookie out of North Dakota State. Leading the way for Dowdle. Towards the 28-yard line. Sees Ojulari there for the Giants on defense with Dexter Lawrence as Wink Martindale tries to figure out a way to get this thing turned around. Don's his correct first name, but everybody calls him Wink around the league.
But he needs these situations. He needs second and third and longs. His specialty is to blitz. But you can't blitz a team unless you can get them in some of these longer down and distances. So if he has a few tricks up his sleeve, we might see it here pretty soon.
20-yard line. Dowdle again for a yard. To the 19-yard line. Here comes another third down here for the Giants defense. Mike McCarthy telling Dak what the play is.
Yeah, you got a little flavor of it there. So Wink goes over, he overloads one side, so if they pass, he's going to be able to get some pressure back there on Dak Prescott. Third and 8. This is right in Wink Martindale's wheelhouse right here.
5, Kayvon Thibodeau. Giants first round pick last year. Take care of him, and the throw is dropped. Big Ferguson trying to secure it and turn up for the first down. He couldn't. And we'll have a 38-yard field goal attempt coming up.
Good job there by the Cowboys. They use motion to tell him that it's man coverage as the corner goes across the field. He's got his big tight end one-on-one, wide open, just can't hang on to the ball. So a bit of a break for the Giants, and they needed one.
And now Brandon Aubrey. Tries from 38. The make from 21 and the missed extra point. Is good, and Aubrey knocks it through. So that was 2 offensive drives and 2 field goals, along with the special teams and the defensive. In Times Square, as you watch the NFL game.
2 defensive touchdowns, 2 offensive field goals. I'll be right back, man. I gotta hurry up, though. Hurry up, though.
What time you gotta be there Tuesday?
I think 8 o'clock in the morning. Why?
I'm going with you.
Why?
I'm going with you. That way I'll go with you. I'll have breakfast in the morning or wherever, and I'll walk with. Since it's gonna be that early, I'll just walk with you from Maple and Wolf to your work, and then I'll just go to McDonald's at the West End, and after that I'll go right to work.
Alright, well, don't let the cat in here.
Come on, come on.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Go.
Is he out?
Yeah, she's out now.
I'll never forget this. You and Al sitting there watching, and you really, truly were the first one to be on. That might be the best catch I've ever seen.
A 3-fingered catch I've never seen. But the best play that he made on that thing was that he somehow stayed in bounds. I mean, it was remarkable. It was just...
Shut up, Patrick. Shut up, Patrick.
It was funny when
it's
we
okay,
watch
though.
The Giants and we see the rookie Jalen Hyatt at number 13. And
the score was 38 to 20 at the end.
It's ingrained in your mind forever, 13 in that play and that end zone.
You know, the other thing about Odell is he was kind of on his way to being a Super Bowl MVP against the Bengals, and unfortunately injured there. But there's been some player, hopefully he's back in action and doing well with the Ravens now.
Yeah, he drew a couple of pass interferences. Saw him throw a good key block on a play earlier today in the Ravens' victory. The Ravens suffered several injuries in that one. See if the Giants can get anything going. Jones running for his life. Throws it back across. It's a flag down. Was Jones in bounds? It's ruled a pick on the field.
That's 3. That's 3. If it stands, it's 3.
So that is ruled an interception. He was looking for anything. Jones saw nothing. And on the field, it's ruled a pick.
Pass, holding, offense, number 73. That penalty is declined. First down, Dallas.
Yes, baby. That's 3.
Which would be his second interception.
It was interesting right at the very end of the play as I was watching, and Parsons is running down Daniel Jones. Let's take a look at this hit. He's inbound when he makes contact, so
yep.
All good.
All good. And then the veteran, the 12th-year man, Gilmore, He's able to scoop it before it hits the turf. Close look at it right there. And Brian Daboll is asking over there on the sideline as well. These guys got to look at it. It's an interception, and Dallas, with all the momentum and glorious field position, Gilmore right there, right in front of the Giants bench, comes up with the pick. Back to Tony Pollard in the backfield. Dak moving it up top. Caught by Brandon Cooks. Down to the 22-yard line. The pickup is about 15 or 16.
And now because the Cowboys are running it well, they can go play action and get some separation with their speed guys down the field. You just get the feeling they just rave about Brandon Cooks, not just as a player, a guy that's had 1,000 yards in multiple places. He keeps getting traded for number 1 or number 2 draft picks around. But this guy has added some real education, if you will, to that wide receiver room, and they think all of them have gotten better because of it.
This is Devontae Turpin in the backfield. Just going to take the pitch, run toward the edge, and a nice block to get to the 16-yard line. The veteran Tyron Smith.
Oh, that's number 9, not 0.
An
Okay.
ankle injury earlier this week, was out there leading the way for the little guy, 5'7" Turpin.
You can go ahead and start fitting that gold jacket if you want to. This guy's been one of the better left tackles in all of football. He just hasn't been able to stay healthy. And so if he can, this year, I mean, it's really important. Not a lot of experience behind the starting offensive line of the Cowboys. So his health is going to be a major story this year.
17 play action, Dak on time.
Oh, too high, CeeDee Lamb. Too high, Dak.
Corey Jackson was there in coverage. Got a flag. Could this be the education continues?
Before the pass, illegal contact, defense, number 25. 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Oh, boy, you helping the Cowboys.
Well, it's great coverage, especially if you're in college. But let's go 5 yards down the field there, and all good till there, and now it just keeps on going, and he shoves him out of bounds. And that's the difference. The NFL is about scoring points. The rules are made, so you're going to see a lot of points scored. Pass missed that time, though, by Dak Prescott.
First and 10 from the 11. Dak keeps it. Gets the block from Ferguson. There's a 5-yard line. About 5 on that one. Prescott made a lot of noise early on when he ran the football, especially for touchdowns.
Oh, they will.
Less of it, obviously, as he's been injured and gotten older.
Yeah, but I do think it's a part of this offense, and that was pretty significant in my mind that Mike McCarthy called that play, because that now plants another thought in your mind when you're down here in this tough red zone.
The 4 is Pollard, sweeping space, fights towards that 1-yard line. First down is Leonard Williams, the former Jet first-round pick. 4th year now with the Giants, throws him down. Mark is just short of the 3rd down.
Big Zach Martin back in there. There was a bit of a holdout. They got settled, and thank goodness they did. Terrence Steele, the right tackle, just overwhelming. These guys up front right now. Steele with a remarkable comeback after his ACL, and the offensive line is dominating.
31 pitch to Pollard to the edge.
Touchdown!
And scores.
25-0, baby.
And the interception by Jones turns into another
25
touchdown. It is a rout, a quarter and a half into this one.
At least one of my teams won this week.
We are talking about the New York Giants, a team that battled all season long, found their way into the playoffs a season ago, won a playoff game on the road, and they have simply been dismantled here tonight.
Brandon Aubrey, 26-0. A quarter and a half in. Complete dominance starts with the Stephon Gilmore pick. And the payoff His power to Pater. 26-0 Dallas.
So what y'all think about that? 3 picks, 1 touchdown on offense, 2 pick sixes, and 2 touchdowns on defense. Cowboys are showing up this year. Well, in the first game anyway. In the first game anyway. Woo!
Thank you.
With class-leading advanced safety features.
Block field goal, yeah. My bad, you're right, Steven. But there was a pick six. There was a pick six. There's two defensive touchdowns. One was a block field goal, one was a pick six. And then this touchdown on offense. I'm pretty sure there was at least 1 pick six, Steve. If I'm not mistaken, there was at least 1.
The virus isn't back.
Gwen Nile for a new season. It's the where it has been all Dallas. The touchback, the drive starts at the 25 for the Giants. That brings Micah Parsons back out. We talked about his prowess with the sacks, 3rd player with 12 or more in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. But the story deeper with Micah is where they came from. Year 1, they were lining him up on the line, back as a linebacker, and an even split. He was so impressive on the line. Let's put him on the edge more, said Dallas last year. That's where all of his sacks came from. And Chris, it just shows you why Micah Parsons has become one of the top players, runner-up in Defensive Player of the Year in his first 2 seasons.
Yeah, we'll tell a few stories on him, too.
Good. I think we're going to have time. From the 25, Saquon Barkley inside. And he goes nowhere. No gain. And the frustrated Giant fans let them know. It's good to visit with Michael. We were down in Dallas on Friday.
Yeah, he's paying attention. That Nick Bosa contract got his, he said that was surpassed anything I was thinking about. But, you know, the interesting thing is he's such a good pass rusher that he has short arms comparatively. And when you have short arms, sometimes those big 6'6" offensive linemen can just jab you, and yet they don't even look like they're making contact. And to tell you what,
2nd and 9, Jones throwing underneath and is caught by Paris Campbell, but only for 2 yards, 27. We have a flag down back in the secondary. Trayvon Diggs just looked at the officials and said, really? He might have said something else, I don't know, but
Before the pass, holding defense, number 7. 5-yard penalty for the previous spot, automatic first down.
but just to finish up the story on Parsons, so he was getting hit in the face quite a bit, and he turned to boxing, and it has really helped him. You know, with Diggs doing a little wrestling of his own on that one.
okay, Sterling Shepard there. It's the 5th first down for the Giants. They had 3 on their first drive and 1 after that. Daniel Jones only 1 of 6. There's another completion. The second one, first one to Darren Waller. All right, show me this boxing you're talking about. The arm deal.
As soon as contact is going to be made on Parsons, he gets his hands up in front of his face so they can't jab him like that. And then he just started training boxing to make sure that he knew how to avoid those hits and block them. But you'll see at contact, Micah Parsons get his hands up in front of his face and do exactly what you just saw.
Sam Williams out there on one of the edges rushing for Dallas right now as Barkley gets hit hard inside of the 39-yard line. Giants will have 3rd and a couple here with 6:17 till halftime.
Well, and the other thing now you're getting from the Dallas Cowboys is sitting on this lead, they're able to rest some of their star players, but it doesn't matter. I mean, they can really run through some pass rushers. Dante Fowler, Sam Williams, Lawrence Armstrong had 8.5 sacks a season ago. They have good players everywhere, and when they get in this mode, anybody can rush.
3rd and 1, Jones pulls it, throws it, and is caught by Waller. Giants think Darren Waller can give them a dimension to the offense that can really change a lot. We're not seeing it early, but they feel as the season goes on, it's going to be a big part of what Brian Daboll dials up.
So exactly what we're talking about there. They're going to send some pressure off the edge here and then get people out into the flat. And this time it's Waller. I think they've got to begin to run this offense through him and at least find out what all they might be capable of doing with him in a game like this.
47, Barkley behind the line of scrimmage. Terrific penetration there. It's Jonathan Hankins and Dorrance Armstrong. And you're talking about all the defensive linemen were on the sideline. Those big names still out there for Dallas.
Jonathan Hankins is a guy they just have to have show up this season. They really do. Mozzie Smith's still going to be a rookie, but they put a lot of size out there on the field. Mozzie Smith, the draft pick, 6'3", 337. Jonathan Hankins, trade last year from the Raiders, 6'3", 320, and they need inside help.
Parsons lined up inside there. Jones throws it to the middle. It's almost intercepted again. Malik Hooker almost had what would be the 3rd interception of this first half for Jones.
You can see the pressure coming around the edge, so he steps up, and he steps right into Leighton Vander Esch, who they're going to use a lot more as a pass rusher this year as well. So you think you got your hands full on the outside with DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons and Sam Williams and all those guys. They're going to throw number 55 at you quite a bit this year, too.
Jones running for his life again. Taking off past midfield, pushed out of bounds by Vander Esch. So we're going to be 5.5 short of the first down. 4:36 left at the 48. 4th down coming.
One of the things that you talk about in football is a quarterback speeding up his clock, which means that ordinarily you feel comfortable. That amount of time is much shorter now. That time is down to almost 0 for Daniel Jones at this point, because when you start getting hit from both sides, I don't care how tough you are, eventually you're going to start looking around.
Mike McCarthy going to take a timeout here, and Dallas will get set up as Daboll lines up to go for it on 4th and 5, down 26 here in the second quarter. Melissa Stark down on the sideline.
Mike, I'm over on the Cowboys sideline, been observing how they're reacting to this game. At first it was the defensive guys were celebrating, and Malik Hooker came over and said, no, I need more, I need more. He was serious about it. But now, I mean, Trayvon Diggs, he is trash talking. He gathered the guys and said, I have an announcement to make to the Giants. Do not throw the ball anymore. So they've loosened up a bit, and they're having fun with this.
Well, they did. Malik almost had an interception as well.
Are you sure that wasn't Daniel Jones saying that?
On the other side of it, Kayvon Thibodeau and the Giants defense, they've seen Dallas really have 3 drives and score a field goal, touchdown when they've had the ball. 13 points there, and then the 13 they added with the special teams defensive score minus 1 missed extra point. 4th and 5, Matt Breida at the back for the Giants. And Jones escapes again, stops, throws across his body. Waller brings it in for the first down at the 26-yard line. Good looking play and a gain of 23.
That's it. That's it. That's the guy who's a better player than what they have guarding him out there. And so, go to it. You know, when you have LeBron James, let him shoot the basketball. You have Darren Waller, and he can make catches like that and balls that aren't perfectly thrown. Let's go.
So good those last 4 years with the Raiders. Then injuries started to settle in only 9 games last year. Traded to the Giants this year. Barkley up the middle. Barkley was picking up steam right around the 24-yard line with 3.5 to go to the half.
So one of the things the Giants are going to do now is when they want to run, they start to compress the formations. They bring the wide receivers in, they bring in extra tight ends, and try and pound it right up the middle. But you also get a very condensed version of the Cowboys defense at that point.
Side Barkley once again. 21-yard line. Saquon Barkley played a lot last year. Played 3 out of every 4 snaps for the Giants, and that's even with missing a game, sitting in Week 17. He was the most used running back by percentage of plays in the NFL last year.
And he had the mistake, right? So he got hit, ball comes out, scored touchdown, so what? They've spent some time with him, developing him as a receiver. So now you've got Waller on one side. Barkley has to become a part of this passing game. He's so good in space. You have to get him the ball in space somehow.
3rd and 5, he escapes there. Jones goes to him, and Barkley. Good move to slow down the defender. Jaron Kearse to get the first down.
Hello, slow back.
Barkley on the catch. And the Giants in the red zone.
So now you move him around and you get him in man-to-man coverage on the safety, Jaron Kearse. Well, this guy, remember, he runs 4-4. He'll take that matchup against almost anybody, and then when he gets in the open field, he's a problem for defensive backs.
Green at top of the screen. Giants spread across the field here. As we get down to the 2-minute warning. So the Giants trying to get something to take to the locker room at halftime. 16 in the first quarter. Dallas has kept it on in the second quarter. The big teams in the NFC have had big statements on this week 1. Dallas being heard here tonight.
Yep, that's what I said. Said the same thing. Dallas is being heard here tonight.
Well, sorry.
Emma Smith, Dan Marino, Randy Moss.
Dan Marino? You alright? Hey, Grandpa! Grandpa! I still got it! Come here, gang! Number 13! Let's see! Hey. I need that senior discount. That's the case. Thank you.
I'm good. Where are you, bro?
On retirement, who'd be dumb enough to do that?
It's funny, Daddy.
Ooh,
What?
it looks like a good movie. Oh.
Back with you. Coming up, the Toyota halftime. The Eagles hung on to win it in Foxborough, and the Niners made a statement in Pittsburgh. Highlights are coming up.
Maria, thank you. Good to see the Football Night in America crew, 7 o'clock Eastern Time every Sunday. Everything that happens in the league and gets you set for Sunday Night Football. Giants, 1st and 10. Desperate for a score. Jones tries to get away.
Sacked him.
Lawrence Armstrong coming off the edge. The 3rd sack of Jones here tonight.
One of the issues they had last year with the Cowboys was Evan Neal, the right tackle, trying to hold up against those pass rushers, and they are attacking again. And we talked about Lawrence Armstrong. He's sort of taken over that Michael Bennett role that used to play for Seattle, Dan Quinn's defense, and it is tough when you have those guys that can play inside and outside.
It's a loss of 5 on the sack. The 19. Jones throws incomplete on the run, trying to get it to Paris Campbell, they brought in. 5th year in the league, played with the Colts, start of his career.
That's a big miss right there. That was the one easy throw they had all night long. Daniel Jones, they get a little play fake going to Saquon, and just wide open. You definitely want to get Paris Campbell involved. He is a tremendous catch and run guy. Plenty of space, and just missed him here.
Adam Campbell, Jalen Hyatt, the rookie with speed. Giants are hoping for more from their receivers so far. 5 completions for Jones, none to wide receivers. 19 thought better of it and took the punishment. It'll be a gain of a yard. The Giants will send the field goal unit out. We thought. First, we have a timeout taken by Dallas. Back in 30 seconds to see the Giants field goal. The Giants had a good first drive. Looked like they were going to line up for a field goal, and Graham Gano's very good kicker. Only missed 3 last year. Had it blocked by Wanye Thomas, so they'll try it again. This one from 36 yards out. And Gano missed it.
And he missed it again.
Gano missed 3 all year. Misses 2 here in the first half.
Wow. He missed a fucking 3-pointer. A field goal this time.
And everything is gone wrong for the
Another
Giants
field goal he missed.
tonight. Low, but not too bad. Just a miss.
Yeah.
26-0. Dallas.
Hey, Mama. I don't feel very good.
My daughter is not herself right now.
Have you ever witnessed an exorcism?
Baby, if you don't make it, I don't make it.
Come on, baby. Come back to us. I don't want to go to hell.
Rated R, only in theaters October 6th.
I know that you love football.
Much?
Not saying that defense wins championships.
NFL fans, gear up and go big with Best Buy for the 2023 season. Pick sixes, one-handed catches, and diving touchdowns. The NFL is back with unbelievable moments. You can't make this stuff up. Up your game with a Samsung Big Screen TV from Best Buy, the official home entertainment retailer of the NFL.
I'll be there in 30, maybe an hour. Schedule that for 4 o'clock.
The all-new Hyundai Kona with class-leading interior space and tech features. Now that NFL Sunday Ticket is only on YouTube and YouTube TV, you can sign up in minutes. No 2-year contract or dish needed. It's never been easier to be a fan. Well, kind of. Last chance to save $50.
180! 180!
Hello, Patrick Mahomes.
Wait, who do you even play for?
T-Mobile. And I'm here to protect you from wireless companies that blitz you with phone deals and sack you with a 3-year device contract.
Even I get set?
Not at T-Mobile. They have plans that make upgrades work for you. They even have a plan which makes you upgrade ready.
So Dallas takes over at the 26, leading by 26. Tony Pollard's the back. Back to the offense work. With 1:05 to go, the sideline shot is out of bounds and incomplete. Michael Gallup caught it, but out of bounds, and the corner hopping to the sideline. Deontay back.
Two very different nights for these two quarterbacks here this evening. It has been Daniel Jones, who has seen somebody in his face immediately almost the entire game, as opposed with Dak Prescott, who has that nice little line drawn around the pocket. That means he's not getting hit a whole lot. So it has been a very comfortable night tonight, and I would say at least so far it looks like Dak likes this new Mike McCarthy Texas Coast offense.
Hit there as he throws the pass is incomplete, trying to get it out to Pollard. Dexter Lawrence got inside there. Dexter Lawrence got a big contract extension. Player who had a big year a season ago.
Dexter Lawrence, a guy with a big personality as well. 7.5 sacks, led the New York Giants last year. His first Pro Bowl, second team All-Pro, and he has been just tremendous. They need to get him more one-on-one opportunities. Unfortunately, we really haven't heard from the other guys. Leonard Williams a little bit, Kayvon Thibodeau not so much. You know, they need to crank it up. They need a defensive scoop.
Deontay Banks was hurt on that play, battling with Gallup on the sideline. Nick McLeod is the corner at the top of the screen. Dallas takes its final time out here with the play clock running down.
I'll tell you, Mike, I've been impressed so far. I think that it's hard for a quarterback and like Dak Prescott to change his style. I mean, that's really what they're asking him to do. Joe Montana was sort of the classic guy along with Bill Walsh, and they had the footwork and the timing, not only the quarterback's timing, but with the wide receivers as well. And you would see Joe Montana 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that back foot would hit. And almost before the back foot was on the ground, the ball was starting to come up. And from a defensive standpoint, it was almost impossible to cover. So what they're trying to do with Dak, because of all the interceptions a season ago, is let's make some easy throws for him. If the first guy's open, yes, in the flat or wherever, just take it. Let's take some easier throws.
56 seconds left, 3rd and 10. And they decide to run it with Pollard, get to the 30. Giants take their final timeout here with 50 seconds remaining in this first half. So the numbers for Dak, not all that great in terms of completion percentage, 50%. West Coast offense, you're expecting more. And Daniel Jones on the other side has had no time. The 3 sacks, 2 interceptions, just the 5 completions, none to wide receivers. And I think back to Mike McCarthy taking over the play calling, because that's what got you there, right? It's always a dilemma for a coach. Do I call plays? Do I not? Because it takes a lot of time during the week. You don't just show up on Sunday and do it. And Mike McCarthy made that choice. And you see some of the signs of how this offense looks different in that first half.
But pay attention to what just happened there, too. It was 3rd and very long. Don't put Dak in a bad situation. You've got to lead, play to your defense. They're playing great, and that's what he wanted more up to.
The rookie, Eric Gray, first NFL touch for Gray. He's brought down at the 29-yard line. It was well covered by Hunter, the fullback. It's been that kind of night. Messy, wet, and a bummer.
I need all of you to
I think I hate it. That was a different movie than mine.
Giants. Phil Simms, Jeff Hostetler, Eli Manning, all together. Hostetler really helped organize this. Quarterbacks United is a great endeavor. 57 current and former quarterbacks trying to bring attention to suicide prevention and mental health. And the Giants Foundation with the check presentation that just a few moments ago. Jones the pass and is dropped across the middle by the rookie Jalen Hyatt. Could not secure his first NFL catch. Rookie out of Tennessee.
So here's the way the night's gone. That time, perfect block by Andrew Thomas. Coming right out here on Parsons. Nails him. Doesn't get out of his stance. Beautiful. Got an open receiver. Throws all right in there. It's just been kind of one of those kind of nights here.
Hyatt won the Bolitnikoff Award. Best receiver in college football last year. Look out again. Jones brought down. Also, Odigizua gets him there. That is sack number 4 of this first half.
It's a clever play by Odigizua. It really was. Everybody was just crunching on Parsons. He's going to go out and loop back under here because he saw Jones stepping up, as we've seen all night long, to take off and run, and he just anticipated where he was going to be.
And they're not even going to run a play.
Halftime.
Giant fans let you know what they think.
26-0.
Dallas fans love the sound of it. The Giants ran 26 plays, 26 points for Dallas. Here's Melissa.
Mike, 26-0. What has impressed you most so far with your team tonight in the first half?
Well, I think you got to start with the takeaways. You know, that's something we pride ourselves on. We've led the league the last 2 years, and we're off to a great start. More importantly, the 14 points off of the turnover. So a little slick out here tonight, but definitely taking care of the ball will be a major priority for us.
What's it been like for you calling the plays for the first time since 2018?
I mean, it's great. I mean, get to compete. So I miss it. It's great to be doing it again.
Thanks, Mike. Mike?
All right, Melissa, thank you. 4 sacks, 2 turnovers. The Dallas defense and special teams lead the charge. 26-0. They get the ball to start the second half. Tory to halftime coming up. And here's Maria Taylor.
All right, thanks, Mike. Easy to call plays if you're Coach McCarthy. The defense is playing the way that it is. 4 sacks, 2 interceptions in that first half. But, Devin, I'm not so old to remember. You did a whole package on chaos the defense created.
I mean, Micah Parsons is causing that chaos. He's all over the field. And right now we have to say the Giants, they're not really handling that chaos well.
When you're the lesser team, you got to play a clean game. Giants have a field goal block for a touchdown, interception for a touchdown, and that defensive line is dominant for Dallas.
But Coach just said they just have to chip away, right?
Yeah, keep chipping away. One play at a time. That's what you're
Coming up on the second halftime, Tua balled out in LA and led Miami to a win over the Chargers in the final minutes. It was a big day. We're going to have the highlights coming up next.
Wow. Another one of my teams lost. Chargers lost. Shout out to you guys in the chat. Appreciate you guys. Oh, I didn't mean to end it. Oh well. I ended the fucking poll. Sorry, guys. Oh well. Oh. Oh. Hey. What the hell is going on here? Oh, that did not help my back at all. It's that time. Reba McIntyre is on The Voice. Who did she take over for? She took over for Blake Shelton. That's right. She took over for Blake. I'll be right back, man. I'm gonna go smoke me a cigarette. It's halftime, guys. I'll be back. I gotta go smoke me a cigarette. Oh. Guys, I want to show the game so bad, man, but they fucking damn took 2 of my shit down already. I'll be right back. I'll be back in a minute, guys. I'm sorry. I'm also cooking me something.
PM.
Alright, I'm back. I didn't know your mom got a pork roast. When did she get that?
Must got that from Felipe.
There's a pork roast in there with veggies.
Thomas J. Henry.
Oh, Thomas J. Henry commercial.
Watch all of your favorite episodes.
This broadcast is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of our audience.
It's not sausage, it's hot dogs. It's hot dogs, Patrick. It's hot dogs.
Tonight's first half is presented by Progressive.
Here at MetLife with the traditional sellout crowd, it's the Cowboys and the Giants on Sunday Night Football. Breakthrough by Thomas. Noah Benogany gets the first score of the year. Barkley got hit, fumbles into the hands. Deron Glenn.
This is when it gets ugly.
Another touchdown. It is a rout.
Sunday night.
Progressive. Bundle home and auto and save.
Third quarter getting underway. 26-0. The Dallas Cowboys one-sided first half, the second largest halftime lead in series history. One better than 27-0 decades ago. Daniel Jones under pressure throughout the night. Got to it 4 times, couple of picks for the Giants quarterback. And Dallas, offense, defense, special teams, all with a touchdown. Philadelphia did it in the first half of their opener back in 2009. One since, and we leave Midtown Manhattan, come back over to New Jersey, and welcome you back to NFL Kickoff presented by YouTube TV. Rico, Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark.
So I get a
here at MetLife, and Dak Prescott finally wearing that NFL Man of the Year sticker on his jersey. Man of the Year last year. He and the Cowboys offense on the field first. As Grant Gano will kick it off. Devontae Turpin back deep for Dallas. Heavier rain before and at the start of the game. It's still raining, a bit lighter now. No return, touchback, 25-yard line, and here's Melissa.
Mike, I spoke to Giants head coach Brian Dable at the half. He was very calm, very matter of fact. I asked about team morale, and he said, well, we're not happy. It's an adverse time. He said, but we can't get it all back together at once. So I told the guys the only thing I could tell them, we have to put one good play together at a time.
It's got to be stinging, Chris, just like a shot to the system when you come into the season, and this is where you start.
Yeah.
First down for Dak from the 25. That slant is caught. Michael Gallup able to bring it in. That's 8th completion of the game. Pick up a 9.
Doesn't the game look a little easier for Dak? I mean, we went through all of his interceptions, right? He threw 15 in the regular season, 2 in the playoffs. We went through everyone. Most of them were his fault. But most of them also were taking shots downfield, which is a good thing. But tonight, you're seeing him just sort of taking what the defense gives him.
The extra yards, first down to the 42. Pollard up the middle for a gain of 7.
And so you just don't know. If you're Daniel Jones and you're sitting there and the reality of this is sinking in because they couldn't beat the Cowboys last year because they couldn't pass protect. It is. And so far tonight, it's probably been worse than what it was last year.
Third time Turpin's led it in the backfield to take the carry this time. The Giants will stop him after a gain of a yard and bring up 3rd and 2. We went back and watched the Thanksgiving game. It was an exciting game. A ton of viewers. The early start, the Giants were going, well, how did they stay in this game? Because it felt a little bit like this where it was constant pressure on Daniel Jones.
Well, but you saw the Dallas Cowboys adjust. They weren't going to give him all those bootleg plays and the misdirection plays that he got from that game.
Third and 2, the Giants bring 3, and the pass through a lot of bodies is caught by CeeDee Lamb for the first down. I thought Kayvon Thibodeau would drop back, was going to get a hand on that, but it's first down Dallas.
Kayvon Thibodeau is going to drop right underneath this pass, but when you're hot, you're hot. Dak Prescott is going to throw it right through his ear hole in that tiny little opening. But again, when you're throwing the ball 10 yards instead of 25 yards, sometimes those things go your way.
48-yard line, Jim Ferguson leads the way for Pollard. To the 23-yard line, Tony Pollard with a gain of 25.
And we're just seeing everything go the right way. We get a double team out of here. You get Zach Martin, who's been dominant so far in this game as well. And this is just really well executed on the offensive side. And from Mike McCarthy's standpoint, he told us flat out, look, when my defense is playing great football, I'm going to let them play. And what's he do on this drive? He comes out, runs the ball, milks the clock a little bit. He's got to go in his way.
Gatto now comes in. Gives Pollard a spell and gains 4 yards. That was a good point. Talk about the makeup of a team and Mike McCarthy taking over as the play caller, the head coach. You think maybe it'll be more dynamic, a little bit different. He said, hey, we're good on offense, but we have to play through our defense because that's what will win a championship for us if we do it.
Well, and the defense has gotten so many turnovers over the last couple of years, but it was just a slight edge because the offense was giving it away way too much.
That's the first thing he said to Melissa at halftime. 2nd and 6. Dak surveys, fires. Brad Payton, Hendershot. Those 3 tight ends. Xavier McKinney was back there with the Giants. It'll bring up 3rd and 6.
An absolutely perfect throw. You cannot make a better throw than that right now. He had Hendershot. He's going to throw it at the back shoulder. He actually is protecting his receiver. Bingo. I mean, that's in traffic. Perfect.
To Dallas, the center Tyler Biotis comes down there to recover.
But because you had a screen pass, you had the offensive lineman screaming down there. Good block by Biotis down the field. And he just happened to be right there. Here he is finishing a block. Ball kicks off of Pollard's knee, and Biotis is right on it.
The fumble was forced by Bobby Okereke. We have not called Okereke yet. One of the significant additions to this Giant defense. Shore up the linebacking core. Free agent from the Colts. 1st and goal. Pollard inside the 2-yard line. They'll bring up 2nd down.
I tell you, we talk all the time about Zach Martin, but Zach Martin and Terrence Steele on the right side of that offensive line. When Mike McCarthy needs something, you just go ahead and write this down for the rest of the season. When he really needs something, 70 and 78 are going to be double teaming somebody, and they're going to get movement.
You see the numbers in his pass protection the last couple of years. Lipke, the fullback, leads. Pollard bounces. The Cowboys score again.
Wow.
Touchdown number 2 for Tony Pollard on the night.
Wow. 10 plays, 75 yards, 5 minutes.
Did I mention Zach Martin at all?
You did.
Comes out a little skip pull and watch him secure this edge and just allow. There's nothing better as a running back than when you just sort of get the jog into the end zone. And Zach Martin and company tonight are just getting it done. It's amazing to see a man that size be able to run in the open field like that.
Holdout, conversation with Jerry Jones, settled on the money, and Zach Martin back and still the top of his game in year 10. Extra point added by Brandon Aubrey. It's only Pollard, no more Zeke, you're the guy. Couple touchdowns, Dak knew it right away. The roll continues, now at 33.
Wow. Ow. I know who came in here again. Okay. Oh, shit.
66 yards. Mac Jones, the Patriots, down early with a furious comeback. They hung with Philadelphia the rest of the way. Got it down to the last drive. We'll be in Foxborough for the Dolphins and the Patriots. Football Night in America starts at 7 Eastern. We'll have that one in the AFC East next Sunday night.
Oh my God, is it pouring down rain now?
As it has been all night. Always kick goes all the way back. Touchback.
All right, let's take a look at our next gen stats powered by AWS. And of course, it's all about Micah Parsons on the outside. If you're a great player, you're going to see a lot of double teams. He certainly has seen that tonight. But if you're a really great player, you take on double teams and you still get sacks. And that's exactly what he's done. He has not only gotten his own sack, but he has set up for others to get theirs. And that's what happens when an offense has to tilt to one player. Opportunities elsewhere abound.
Giants start from 25-yard line. Jones, the throw on the run. There, they'll gain 9 yards. Very close to the first down as he scoots out of bounds.
Yeah, it's one of those nights, but I think for the New York Giants, they're staring across the way at a team that's going to be very much a contender for the Super Bowl. We came into this game thinking, boy, I tell you what, the Eagles, the Cowboys, and the 49ers are going to be tough to beat. The Eagles and the Cowboys and the 49ers had big days today, and so did the Rams. The Rams look good.
All right, Jones mishandles and stumbles back forward to limit the loss to 2 yards. Melissa.
Mike, Bills wide receiver Stephon Diggs is in the house here to watch his little brother Trayvon. Stephon is playing tomorrow night as Bills are going to play the Jets, and their mom, Stephanie Diggs, is here as well. She's hiding from the rain, but she couldn't have been more excited when this schedule came out. She said, both my boys playing at MetLife on opening weekend. She said, I get to hang out in New York City, see them play the first games of the season at night. It's Friday Night Lights all over again.
2 nights later, on Sunday night, Stephon chance to come earlier on and greet his brother before the game got started, and not much again for Jones. Micah Parsons coming in one more time and taking the worst of that. And Parsons now gets up 4th down, and the Giants, I think they're going to go for it.
You know, you come over here and you give it a shot, you're going to try and kick out Micah Parsons, but Bredesen's not quite that quick. I mean, it really is phenomenal to watch this guy play. There are other
Man, is
good
it
ones.
pouring down rain? Holy shit.
He has a chance to be really special in this league.
Time first-team All-Pro Defensive Rookie of the Year. Dable just push that punt unit right back to the sideline. Go for it. 4th down to Barkley. Got it for the first down. Out of bounds in front of Trayvon Diggs, who Melissa was just speaking about. First down Giants at the 37.
Well, that's exactly what we talk about, because now you can take the running back out of the backfield, put him into a bunch formation over here, and work some of those pick plays against the man coverage that you see in these 4th down and short situations. So you got to defend them inside because they can leave them in the backfield to run the ball, but you can also have that package throwing it.
37, Jones, no time again. Also, Diggy Shua for the second time, and that's 5 on the night. The sack total keeps rolling.
So this is a bit of a pick top on the outside, so you're going to see him try and push the tackle out and then take that direct line back into the quarterback. Again, they're so worried about these edge players that sometimes they can get on the edge and end up with that direct line into Jones, and there'll be better days.
Bosa had 4 sacks all of last year. He's got 2 already. Jones fires it out. Darius Slayton on the edge for about maybe a yard and a half. It'll be 3rd and long coming up. It just feels like a mismatch. They can't even do anything that they want to try to do downfield.
Well, when you start to see an offense go horizontal, right? You see that down in the red zone because there's nowhere to go deep. But in the middle of the field, and you have 70 yards to work with down the field, you have to take advantage of that whole thing. And when you're way back here and you're still playing horizontally, that means you can't block anybody. Or at least can't block the Cowboys.
That was completion 7 by Jones and the first to a wide receiver tonight. Jalen Hyatt motion to the 12. Cowboys coming again. And they get to Jones for a 6th time. Lawrence forced it up. Fowler was there. Armstrong to finish. Disastrous night for the Giants.
Well, you're going to get him ripping off the edge, and then Daniel Jones actually does a pretty good job of being patient back there, a little like a bullfighter. Wait, and then step up. But when you step up and all of a sudden DeMarcus Lawrence is the one that's coming at you inside, you got to have one side or the other, either in front of you or around the edge. You can't have both collapsing into the quarterback.
Gillen gets it away. Fields at the 29. Great job to elude that first hit. They get out of bounds at the 36-yard line for Cavante Turpin. Dallas on top by 33. You're watching NFL Kickoff presented by YouTube TV. his rehab, going down to the city of Dallas a little bit more. There was a bank back in the day that used a Pegasus as their symbol, and there were several pictures of Pegasus around the city of Dallas, and because of that, he's like, okay, well, I should get this tattoo. It's almost like another sign to him of what he should do. Injured Cowboy here for the moment on a knee is Chuma Edoga. He's the left guard who is in because of the Tyler Smith injury. And as Chris alluded to, it's an area where they are very thin on that offensive front, especially in terms of experience.
Yeah, not a lot of bad news out here for the Dallas Cowboys tonight, though. We talked a little about the Giants, but this Dallas Cowboys team is better than what they were a year ago.
We'll step out as they look at to go.
Shout out to the 3 people in chat. Appreciate you guys.
Prescott throws, CeeDee Lamb catches, and there's no gain. Good job in the open field by Michael McFadden on the tackle. So there's a couple of Olympian and Paralympians. Reminds us that you go from week 1 here to the Super Bowl, it takes 23 weeks. And then from the Super Bowl, it's 23 weeks until the Paris Olympics. So be ready. Olympic prep and Olympic fever will start building throughout the winter and in the spring. Paris is set up for the 2024 games of the 33rd Olympiad that, of course, we'll have for you on NBC.
You need an assistant for
come on along. 17 straight nights. 3rd and 5. It becomes 3rd and 10. Terrence Steele moved to the right tackle spot. You're not balking at that, are you?
False start, offense, number 78, 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
You dropped me in Paris for 3 weeks. I don't know how much work it's done for you, but
it's a back end every day for 17 days. It's going to be
amazing.
Yeah. Over there a couple times this summer. Paris will be a tremendous host site. The opening ceremony down the river. The Seine, right through the middle of Paris with the athletes on the barges going down to take it all in, all around those beautiful bridges. It's a great city. and 10. Prescott protected again. His pass incomplete. Giants had it covered downfield. Brandon Cooks is the intended receiver. And on fourth down, Brian Anger will come on for the second time tonight.
Yeah, it's just tough throwing the ball when the conditions are wet. We've seen both quarterbacks miss a few. That was not Dak's best effort right there. But I think overall, what you're looking for out of the Cowboys tonight is the defense as good as what it was a year ago? And yes, is the screaming answer to that. But on offense, do you get the feeling this offense is going to work with Mike McCarthy calling the plays? And I think the answer to that is yes, too.
Anger kicked it too far, 56, the net only 36. Tafer on the Staten Island Ferry as you watch the NFL kickoff, presented by YouTube TV.
Let's go.
His longest of the night after 11 carries and 33 yards to start. And Chris, he was the centerpiece of that conversation because what were the Giants going to do? The guy who's been such a big part of this franchise, such a big part of the offense. Joe Shane, the general manager, had both Barkley and Daniel Jones come up at the same time. Jones got the big deal. Barkley gets franchised.
Yeah. 1 second.
8-yard line. Jones throws. It is a catch of just a gain of 1 yard for Daniel Bellinger.
Yeah, unfortunately, the game of football, and especially in the NFL, has changed. It used to be a lot about the running back. Now, because of the rule changes and what you can do to fix up the ball, and you can't hit the receivers, you can't hit the quarterback, the offensive line can hold, they can do all these things. The game's different now. Now it's all about the passing game, and so you've got some devaluation going on at the running back position. But honestly, I think the collective bargaining agreement that the players signed hurt them as well. You're talking about a position that typically only lasts 6, 7, 8 years. Well, in the case of Saquon Barkley, he's a first-round draft pick. That means they can sign him up for 5 years, a couple of franchise tags on top of it. He never gets the open market his entire career.
Jones throws here. Darius Slayton with the catch. Right near the first down mark at the 48. He's about a half yard short. So this year, after the 5 years end of that rookie deal, the Giants picked up the option of the rookie deal. Barkley ends up with not a long-term deal, but the franchise tags. He's playing for $10.1 million with incentives that could get him up to $11 million, and the Giants have come back and tag him again next year. Giants will allow Eagles and push to the quarterback, and they'll get the first down across the 48-yard line.
But to Saquon Barkley's credit, he's a team guy. He came back. He hasn't pouted about it. He was actually more disappointed he didn't get to go in the open market so he could help the likes of Miles Sanders and Josh Jacobs and some of those guys. But it was a bit of a rude awakening to him about the business side of the National Football League, and that sort of hit him right between the eyes.
Design run with Jones here. 2 yards to 50, and Daniel gets hit hard right around midfield. So you look at the NFL average, the top 5 highest paid players. And you see how the quarterback market in the last decade has gone up more than double, and the running back market has not stayed commensurate with the raises in the salary cap for the other key positions.
Well, when you look at all the sort of war ratings and all the different things, thank you very much.
Here's Jones throwing, and it's incomplete.
It really comes down to the quarterback position in today's game is, without question, the most significant of those positions. And so I'm not even sure at sort of a quarter of the salary cap, which is where a lot of them are, about 25%, which is about 50 million, whatever the case may be. I'm not even sure they're at the right number yet as far as the significance of the quarterback position. And so other positions are going to take a hit.
This is 3rd and 8. Low snap. Jones got it. Got rid of it. Incomplete as he continues to try to get it for a frustrated Paris Campbell. As Dante Fowler is closing in, trying to get a 7th sack on Jones here tonight.
Yeah, and Evan Neal is just struggling on the outside. He worked with Willie Anderson in the offseason. He's trying to work on his core and the bend and all the different things, but these speed rushers are still giving him some problems.
7th overall pick, 2022, this year 2. Jones again running, flag is down, pass is incomplete with Gilmore covering. Looks like this is going to be a hole on the Giants. If that's the case, it'll be Dallas ball.
Holding offense, number 78. That penalty's declined. It'll be first down and 10 Dallas. Because that was an offensive foul, the period is not extended. This is the end of the 3rd quarter.
Only a Dallas touchdown in that 3rd quarter. Cowboys 33-0. And Sunday Night Football continues after these messages.
You're put on this earth to touch people's hearts.
Sun is shining, the weather is sweet.
We find missing people and we bring them home.
I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
You're the science guy.
That's Bill Nye. I'm actually the behavioral science guy.
What took you so long?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
See y'all this fall.
Now what? You say it when getting older starts getting old. At Prudential, we think you should ask it when your birthday opens up a new chapter. Like when you realize you've got the rest of your life to look forward to. Ask, now what? Here's what. You tap into the insurance, investment, and retirement expertise of Prudential and get everything you need to help ensure the best is yet to come. Who's your rock? Speak to an advisor or visit Prudential.com.
It's time.
Just gotta remember to breathe.
Won't get it. Really? Will.
Not his fault. This is what a hospital would look like without oil and natural gas, and nobody wants this.
Find a different hospital.
Whoa. Check this out.
Oops.
Barnes, a barbecue place down there. He is very popular in that city of Tennessee.
And the greatest story we've heard yet.
It's pretty good
this year. Yeah.
1 quarter left, 33-0 still.
So let's go Cowboys chant from the Dallas fans who have stayed to enjoy. Fourth round pick in 2016 gives to their fourth round pick in 2019. There's Pollard for a gain of about 4. Speaking of 4, what Dallas?
His first tackle football experience was as a 4-year-old. He's on the team with a bunch of 7-year-olds out there, and one of the first drills was that he had to tackle a whole line of people coming at him one at a time. He started crying and wanted to go home, and his dad said, no, you can't quit, but make it through the year. We'll let you leave. And so at the end of the year he did. Then at age 7 he came back to it, and he said, saved myself a lot of hits over the years with that. But he was detailing this thing to where you were like, oh my gosh, this little 4-year-old boy out there, but he loved it and he wanted to do it. And he was talking about that he was always playing with these older kids, these 7- and 8-year-old kids. But pretty soon, as a 4- and 5-year-old, they were taking him with the first pick on the playground. And that's I guess who you are when you end up playing a running back in the NFL.
Now, Deuce Vaughn is in for the Cowboys as well. He's the rookie out of Kansas State. You see 76. Also Richards, who's in at left tackle. Tyron Smith came out a play ago. So Richards making his NFL debut. At left tackle, Prescott goes inside, caught by Turpin. He's right at the mark for the first down at the 9-yard line. And if you take away anything as Tyron Smith now jogs back in for the Cowboys, good news for Dallas fans. You take anything from what you've seen Turpin used in a lot of different places. Mike McCarthy wants that speed on the field, not just in special teams.
Yeah, what did he say? He said, I've never had so many smaller, really fast weapons to deal with. And if you watch any of the preseason at all, and Tony Pollard certainly has been very special, but Deuce Vaughn sometimes can sort of take your breath away.
First and goal, Dallas from the 9. Pollard goes left for about 2, maybe 3 yards. Yeah, they've got Brandon Cooks, who they added, the veteran. He's 5'10", and people say he's a smaller receiver. And then Turpin, who's 5'7", and Deuce Vaughn, who's 5'5". Three guys they can get out there with their quickness and speed, who are smaller guys but impactful. There's Vaughn, 6th-round pick out of Kansas State.
Amazing too. His dad, the director of college scouting, and you all remember that on draft day. What an amazing story that was.
Chris, longtime Cowboy employee. So emotional. Dak pulls it, throws it for Jake Ferguson, and they've not been in sync a couple of times here tonight. Prescott's numbers, he is 13 of 24, 11 incompletions. It is a wet ball night. There are very few things to nitpick with Dallas, but that's certainly in a West Coast offense something Mike McCarthy wants to see higher, completion percentage.
But what a nice night tonight for Mike McCarthy to start calling plays. The game's over for you to start calling plays. Brandon Aubrey, the kicker, comes out, misses his first one, and he gets another 6 or 7 kicks the rest of the night. Now he's comfortable, so big win overall all night long.
3rd and goal. Toss to Turpin, using the speed to the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. And everything the Cowboys touched tonight has worked out to perfection.
You have told the whole story of Turpin, so I'm going to tell the story of Tyron Smith out here. Coming back, he got dinged a little bit. He's a little older now, a little long in the tooth, but he's out there making that key block, and believe me, those guys in the secondary do not want to see number 77 turning downhill against them. Everything the Cowboys are throwing at the Giants tonight has just been dominant.
USFL MVP 2022. top kicker in that league. Brandon Aubrey adds the extra point. Said it all, man. Said it all. 40-0. NFL kickoff. It's presented by YouTube TV.
40-0.
Touchback, and the Giants take over again at the 25.
Cowboys defense all night long has been after Daniel Jones, and everybody seems to have taken a bit of a turn with him this evening. It has just been a complete mismatch to the point whether it's getting beat inside, whether or not they have double teams on Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence. We've seen Dante Fowler. Southern Diggy Zula having a big night. It has been a rough go so far for Daniel Jones.
There's a throw that is complete, and Isaiah Hodgins on the run.
Fumble this!
The ball comes out, and the Cowboys pick it up. Israel Kwamu comes up with it for Dallas.
The rolling on the field with the catch, recovered by Dallas.
Hodgins on the run for what was going to be the longest play of the night for the Giants. It will be, but another defensive takeaway forced by Trayvon Diggs. Kwamu comes up with the recovery, and the Cowboys get it again.
Oh, my boy. Oh, boy. Holy shit. Fucking the Giants are playing worse than the Bears. At least the fucking Bears scored 20 points. At least they scored 20 fucking points. Giants ain't scored shit.
And when you see it executed, it's a thing of beauty. It really is.
That is Deuce Vaughn with his first carry, pushed out of bounds. He got the ball from Cooper Rush, who was in a quarterback, the 6th-year man from Central Michigan, was the backup quarterback for the Cowboys as Dak Prescott's night is done. And Rush, who was very big as a starter last year, when Dak missed the 5 games with a thumb injury, won 4 and then lost the Sunday nighter against Philadelphia. Dak hands it over to him again in week 1, but under a complete reversal of circumstances. Last year, Dak broke his thumb and Rush came in. This time it's because it's 4-0. Rain teaming down now as Vaughn gains 2 yards. So you saw the Diggs pick, or the punch out, I should say. Took the ball and walked it over. No, you're not getting it. Aiton's getting it. Remember his son from Hard Knocks a couple of years ago? He stole the show.
Absolutely stole the show.
Look at him.
And he's still stealing the show.
Look at that smile.
Come on, Melissa. Go over in the ring. Get us an interview. Come on. We got time to kill here. Let's go hear what he has to say. He's the best.
It's there. 10 to go. 3rd and 3. And it is Vaughn trying to get to the edge. Help the race with Darnay Holmes. And the Cowboys punting unit will come on to kick it away. Rough night from Daniel Jones. 10 of 22. 2 interceptions. And then when they have connected, oh, he just saw it. Another turnover. 3 turnovers, sacked 6 times.
You putting Daniel Jones back out there?
I was just going to ask you that same question.
I don't think I am. I mean, there are days like this in everybody's football memory.
Taylor is the Giants back up. Brian Anger gets it out of there. Eric Gray will just let it go, and Dallas will down it at the 19-yard line. 9:04 to go. No words.
They're hanging.
My bucket's leaking.
o'clock p.m.
10 o'clock p.m. Lady fucking Gaga doing Pfizer commercials. Oh, can't fucking like her anymore. Oh no, that's not. Nurtec. ODT.
We're in this together. Talk to a doctor about Nurtec ODT.
How good does it?
Oh shit. Hey, String Bean, what's up, man? Went from 1 to 4, holy shit. God dang, how many people did you bring with you, String Bean? I just went from 2 to 1, now back up to 4.
Stoppable store, the UPS store.
Chris, let's take a look at the Walmart Plus 4K Skycam.
Here we go. It's all about Zach Martin here tonight. He had an incredible matchup throughout the course of the evening against Dexter Lawrence. Those two were battling all night long, and you see some of the great plays Zach Martin did, and then he pulls out on the edge and takes care of the cornerback, Dane Belton. But they are so happy to have that super.
Yes, they did.
Hall of Famer right there, Zach Martin on their team.
They beat him, hold on, Bean, I'll tell you right now. Hold on.
As Matt Peart came off during the timeout.
16 to 15, bro. They beat him by 1 point.
For the Giants, Andrew Thomas is out to start the drive.
That's the game that I was missing, yeah. They beat him by 1 point, 16-15.
With half the fourth quarter remaining, and the Giants down 40 to nothing. One of
40 to nothing, bro, the game is.
the worst openers in the long history of the Giants. Coming off a 9-win playoff season. Flag down as Jones is running. Will need 3 yards.
That's coming back.
On that. Keeper to the 35. Back to the flag. And this one will come back.
Holding
It's okay.
offense, number 78. Correction, number 68. 10-yard penalty, still first down.
And Ben Bredesen, the guard. As you mentioned, Thomas 78 is out.
It's okay, I know what about that shit, bro.
Go to Arizona next week, and they'll stay out on the West Coast. They'll stay in Arizona after the game because they turn around from the Arizona game on Sunday and play at San Francisco the following Thursday night. So back-to-back West Coast games. The Giants will stay out there. A lot to prove in the next week. Sack number 7.
Sack number 7, baby, on the night.
Chauncey Bolston won all of last year.
Yeah. I mean, this is awful. I mean, I don't know what else to say. We've all been in games like this. I've played in more than my fair share where nothing goes right. The rain, the whole bit, the passing game can't get going at all. And Aaron Rodgers up next.
That's who Dallas has next.
The Dallas Cowboys. I'm sure he's paying attention.
Only good news out of that for the Giants was there was a flag downfield. So the Giants have 1st and 10 now. No sack. Brightwell with the carry for New York there. It's a tough start. The Giants knew that coming into the season. I mentioned the back-to-back on the West Coast, then Seattle. Seahawks losing today at Miami, and then we'll be up in Buffalo to see the Giants. And Brian Daboll, who was with the Bills as the offensive coordinator before getting this job and is from the Western New York area.
Ball team, and in particular your quarterback, who's willing to go out in these conditions. Know you have no. But it's a bit of a statement, I think, by Daniel Jones. Like, I'm not going anywhere.
Ball comes out as well. The Giants are able to fall on it. Mark Lewinsky is able to pick it up with that sack that we took away from Chauncey Golston with the penalty. He gets back, and again, it is a 7th sack for the Cowboys.
I mean, they're on pace for over 100 sacks right now on the season, and it just has not. They're doing everything they can, but they're not picking up stunts. You can see the twists and the stunts that the Cowboys have been putting on them. And in particular, they have been focused on the look out.
Hey, Karina, what's up, Karina?
Sam Williams got a huge jump. Sides, flag comes down.
And what happens is it turns into a bit of a feeding frenzy. Guys want to pad the stats and do all that stuff. And
Offside defense, number 54, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Mentioned Aaron Rodgers and the Jets and the Bills wrap up week 1 with the Monday Nighter here. And Aaron always wants to get that free play when you draw a guy off sides, and sometimes you see why they kill those plays, and they'll say unabated to the quarterback because of hits like that. When you get a head start, 7, the record is 9 for an opening night for Dallas. Relieve the pressure with Matt Breida.
Fumble!
Campbell jumps on it for the Giants.
Giants jump back on it.
Marquise Bell knocked that one out. This Dallas defense is going to be so confident going into next week.
this is wild. I mean, just wild. They are just destroying the Giants. Destroying them. I mean, some of these hits tonight have been extraordinary. We're down to the backup guys in the game right now. But I tell you, you know who hit it right on the head is Mike McCarthy. He said, I've never had a team that the defense picked off right where they left off the rest of the season. And this defense did.
Darius Slayton there with the catch. You talked about Dan Quinn earlier, and you know, Chris, defensive coordinators so often have a style, a pressure style, things like that. They're a connection. But Dan Quinn has connected with his players. He was the head coach in Atlanta. I know the way the Super Bowl ended and all that, but go back to Seattle. Dan Quinn really is able to get on the same page with his guys, and they love playing for him.
It was probably the biggest move of the offseason was Dan Quinn returning. Because the brotherhood and all that they establish and all that they talk about, but they have only begun to unwrap what they're going to do from a pressure standpoint. I know they have a bunch left on that play sheet that they didn't get to tonight. They didn't have to.
4th and 14, and pressure there on Jones. Incomplete turnover on downs. Dallas will take over with 3:10 to go. Gives us a chance to look at some of the headlines from week 1. Chris, the Browns beat the Bengals and Joe Burrow after the contract, but not being able to play all preseason. Really looked rusty, 45% completion.
The Bengals looked a little like the Giants tonight. It was wet, it was raining, they weren't throwing the ball effectively.
How good did San Francisco look?
You know, Christian McCaffrey, really, since he went out there, it has just been a different football team. And Brandon Ayuk, a huge day today.
And the first-round quarterbacks each losing their debut. Bryce Young with Carolina, C.J. Stroud with Houston, Anthony Richardson, who had some moments but also took some very big hits in that Colts loss to Jacksonville. And it felt like the Dolphins and Chargers. They just throw them out on the field, and it's up and down the field. Doesn't matter which generation, which quarterback. Look at the numbers by Tua, 4th all-time for passing yards in a season opener. Tyreek Hill said he's going to get 2,000. Well, he's 10% of the way there.
He is on his way. It really was. It was some game to watch. And it's sort of like, it's almost like old AFL football. Remember?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, how far can I throw this one?
Tua going back and forth. We were watching this game.
Thanks, Christ Master.
Back and forth between that game and the Patriots and the Eagles. Some really good games in the late window. It's going to be a week 1 where the road team wins again here. Started with the Lions winning Kansas City, continues here. That's 10 road wins of the 14 week 1 games. It's similar to the pattern that developed last year as well. Head down here to the 2-minute warning and 40-0 for the Cowboys. And as soon as we are officially done here, it's the Chevrolet postgame.
I froze on my computer, really?
Start of the game, and we'll take a little deeper dive into next week's Dolphins-Patriots matchup in Foxborough. Great to see
Never mind, no, I didn't.
honoring Tom Brady in Foxborough earlier today. Tom will be in the Hall of Fame at some point. A Hall of Famer needs to be recognized for a moment here. Gil Brandt, who was one of the premier executives of the National Football League, revolutionized so much in football and scouting as well, passed away. There he is with Jerry Jones when he got his bust to go to the Hall of Fame. There's Jerry has been watching on, and all the Cowboys family felt the loss of Gil Brandt. Any of us who were around the league always saw Gil Brandt. Gil Brandt could talk to you about any player in the league for 50, 60 years. He'd tell you his high school, tell you something about his hometown. He's truly one of the special people in the league.
Yeah, and I tell you, Jerry Jones paid him quite a tribute, didn't he? Really acknowledged the significance, because he sort of brought the computerized scouting system into the National Football League, and the Cowboys for a while were just ahead of everybody else in the game, and Gil Brandt was a huge part of it. I mean, he was so much fun to run into at the field before we do a broadcast, because he always had, you know, more stories than you could take on. So I love being around Gil Brandt.
Tex Schramm, the GM, Gil Brandt, Tom Landry, part of that great Cowboys run. And then for many who didn't remember Gil Brandt, the executive, if you're big hardcore fans, you listen to the Sirius XM NFL radio channel. Gil Brandt was on, and you'd listen. I'd be in the car, and you'd just be waiting for a Gil Brandt story. I remember 1967 scouting this guy in this town, and one of the true special people in the league. And he is missed, and was honored by so many people around the league when he passed away.
Yeah, Mike, I can remember a game in which I played in New England, and back in the days, the Patriots, when they scored a touchdown, they played Moni Moni, the song. Remember Moni Moni?
You want to sing it?
You are in a minute.
Okay.
And so, at the end of the game, we're getting beat like 56-7. I'm not kidding you. I mean, it's ridiculous. Worse than this out here. And on the bench, we're all sort of sitting there, they're going, Moni Moni, hey, Moni Moni. We did. I'm not kidding. I'm like, this is the worst defeat in the history of football. If we're singing their fight song,
you kept hearing it over and over.
So many times, you knew all the words.
Well, the Giants will try to lick their wounds. The other side of this, Dallas, we mentioned they'll play Aaron Rodgers and the Jets in week 2. Then they follow the Giants going to Arizona, have the Patriots, and we'll see one of the heavyweight matchups in the NFC when Dallas goes out to San Francisco, the team that beat them in the playoffs and ended their season the last 2 years. It'll be early October on a Sunday night in Santa Clara. 4th down here for the Cowboys. It's been mostly Cooper Rush handing to Deuce Vaughn. Vaughn 6 carries, 8 yards. And on 4th and 4, Cooper's going to get the throw. And it's too high and incomplete. The Giants will take over with 1:10 to go. No, it's 40-0. It's in good shape. Dan Quinn just came down from the box. He's down there on the sideline. Enjoy it with his guys as this one will end with a big-time Cowboy opening night victory.
Such a good guy. Always with that hat on backwards and punching and beating on it. That's who he is, I'm telling you.
Connection to the brother. Somewhere in there is Tyrod Taylor. He takes over at quarterback as Daniel Jones' night is done. 13th year in the league for Taylor. His second year as
Well, let's go and smoke a cigarette, y'all, because this game is over with. Just got a minute left. What's your boy? Quit running from me already, damn you. Fuck it. Cat. Come on, let's go outside. Let's put you back out where you belong. Just kidding. I would never do that. I would never do that. Oh my gosh, man. Who's still in here with me? Karina, you still here? Bean, you still here? Scratch Master, you still here? Y'all still here? Whoa. Who's with me still? Oh God, I got 2 cigarettes left. Holy shit. What are you eating, Bean? Mama kitty kitty. What you doing, girl? I got, man. I'm gonna get off here, man. I gotta fucking I gotta call somebody, man. I fucking just got a text message from somebody. I'll see you all on the next one, man. I gotta check my studio too as well. Who's live right now, Bean? Who's live right now? All right, drop his link right now. Drop his link for me. Drop his link for me real quick, Bean, and go over there, man. I'll be over there in a minute.